Today I am discussing about the topic in a disaster management is floods and its uh, human predictions and mitigations, that is the control and measures activities affection by the of the human with the by the flood. Now flood is a natural phenomenon, that is the in disaster management. Disaster is a sudden climatic which brings misfortune uh, and measures humanities is goes to collapse or die, because two types is here, that is the man-made disaster, that is the artificial disasters which made by man. For example, nuclear power plants in is goes to collapse or blast in furnaces in a nuclear power plant. They are called artificials or man-made disasters. We dispose in contaminated water indirectly in water bodies, then therefore the fishes and living things in aquatic plants are fishes, frogs and small living cultures has go to the die. Therefore this is the man-made disaster. Now second one is the natural disasters. Natural disasters, that is the in terms of flood, cyclone, earthquake, landslides, volcanic eruptions, droughts. Then they are called, all are called natural disasters. Now discussing natural disasters, that is the flood. In that lecture we can cover in flood, how to flood, what is flood, how to control the flood, affection of the flood by the human and other biodiversities, why affected, how affected. Now flood is defined as a situation when the river overflows its banks and the water spreads in the whole surrounding areas and submerging them. It usually occurs in rainy season. Then that is understand by the floods. Causes of the floods, main causes of the floods is heavy rain, heavy instant rainfall. For example, like in one day the precipitation of the water is goes to 200 centimeter. Therefore the major quantity, a huge quantity of water are spread over our globe, our society, our surroundings. Therefore the huge quantity of water goes to natural bodies, water bodies are like streams, lakes, and then the water merges in heavy major rivers, then major rivers goes to a sea. Therefore some limitations of the lake, river, canals. For example, one lake have 10 cubic water, 1 lakh cubic water. Therefore 5 lakh cubic waters are spread over this society. Therefore the whole society to surrounded by the water, and then this condition is are called flood condition. Okay. Now the causes of the flood is a heavy intense rainfall. Second one is the melting of accumulated snow, and melting of snow combined with rains. Next one is the oversaturated soil, when the ground cannot hold any then they are called marshy land, daldali ilaka. And now last one is the, and today it is a very disastrous condition, urbanization. Urbanizations, to understand why the phenomenon, that is the we are harvest, like just say we all are harvested the concrete structures, concrete roads, concrete dams, concrete bridges, concrete houses, concrete roads, etc. Trees are cutting out, and the farmers go on the backward area and outward area. Therefore the scenario in that scenario, and that days the rainfall comes by clouds to the earth. Therefore the bearing capacity of earth, in the terms of water, it is very poor. Concrete have no permeability, no seepage capacity. Therefore the complete water, total water, the spread over all concreted constructed area, the all type of water goes to runoff, and the huge quantity of water collected and at any natural bodies like lake, canal, over ponds, and etc. Therefore some control against the floods. After some explanation have to given you, and then we can go on the topic of control measures of the flood. Now floods, according to Ministry of Home Affairs, that is the Government of India, flood destructions have always brought miseries to numerous people, especially in rural areas. Flood results in the outbreak of serious epidemics, especially malaria and cholera simultaneously. Both diseases are spread simultaneously on whole society. Therefore water also arises, water collected, water stored place to place, and it has a drastic effect on agricultural produces. Sometimes water remains standing over large areas, and they are called, this area as waterlogging conditions, and rabi crops has not properly sown. Okay, the flood hazard map of India may be seen in next figure. We can see in the flood area in India. In that map we can see about the yellow covered area is this yellow area highlighted in that map is a flooded area, flood affected area, and that area here and there Maharashtra, Odisha, Andhra, Bihar, UP, and some Uttarakhand, and as well as Jammu and Kashmir, here Meghalaya, and some part of Gujarat. You can see in that picture the all highlighted area, that type of area is affection of the very affected area in a flood. Now in India is one of the most flood prime country in the world? Here. India is one of the most flood prone countries in the world. The principal regions for flood lie in the very nature of natural ecological system in this country, our country, namely the monsoon, the highly silted river system, and the steep, highly erodible mountains, particularly those of the Himalayan range. The all major rivers come on Himalayan range. Therefore, the average rainfall in India is 1150 millimeter, which with a significant variation across the country. Therefore, the annual rainfall along western coast and western ghats, we are called western ghat, that is the Kasi hills and over most of the Brahmaputra valley amounts to more than 2500 millimeter rainfall. Most of the flood occur during the monsoon period and are usually associated with tropical storms or depressions, active monsoons conditions, and break monsoons situations. Now, next one, 23 of the 35 states and unions territory in our country. Therefore, all are subject to flood, and 40 million hectares of land, roughly 1/8 of the country geographical area, is gone to the flood prone area. The National Flood Control Program was launched in country in 1954 after the finding freedom our country. And since the sizable progress has been made in the flood protection measured by 1976, nearly 1/3 of the flood prone area had been afforded reasonable protection of flood warning, protection and control measures. That is the Central Water Commission, established in 2007, working properly in 2007, and table 1.8 given below. The table 1.8 is here, there. Here flood affected areas and damages in India. That is the now area affected, million hectares, average during population year 1978, and damage year 17.50, maximum damage year. Populated affected millions, 32.92 millions 1978, and human lives lost, no human lost, but 1597 1975, and then the next one. Cattle lost in thousands. Cropped areas affected, that is a million hectares shown here. Value of damaged crops, that is crore, in crores. Average during 1953 2004 is 708. Maximum in a year 4,246 crore of the crop damage value. Houses damaged in thousand numbers, 3,588 houses. Value of damage public and etc. and so on. Okay. Now I am come back on the slide, previous slide here. Now the table 18 presents the flood affected area and damage for the period of 1953 to 2004 in India as per Water Data Complete book in 2005 and Central Water Commission in Central Water Commission 2007. Here it is a flood prone area in India, highlighted area. This is the yellow color, and red color shown this is the major rivers in India. Now you see in the picture, here. This picture shows the flood over that place. In 2006, this picture is taken from Mumbai. In 2006, urban flooding. Generally, we can say flood come on rural areas, but in 2006, Mumbai is urban areas, urbanizations, city. The Mumbai is a big city. Mumbai goes to flooded, pounded over complete water. You can see the above pictures. The total completely maximum, the maximum number of vehicles is submerged in flood water. That is the you see in back side pictures. This is the bus, this is the truck. Bus, over half part of bus is gone to flooded or submerged in flooded water. Therefore, this is the very disastrous conditions faces in our city, that is the Mumbai city. But we all are not doing something about the flood condition. Now, this is the flood affected calculation in crore, in millions, in thousands, houses, etc. Now, source of the source of the table 1.8 come from Central Water Commissions by directorate. Now, next one is the floods occur in almost all rivers basin in India. The main causes of flood are heavy rainfall, inadequate capacity of rivers to carry the high flood discharge, inadequately drainage system to carry away the rainwater quickly to the stream or natural water bodies, that is like a sea river, and ice jam of landslides blocking the streams, blocking the typhoons and cyclones, and also the complete whole system are called, that is the cause of floods. Cyclone is a major part of flood occurring at that particular region. Flash flood occurs due to high rate of water flow, as also due to poor permeability of soil. Areas with hard pan just below the surface of the soil are more, that is the more prone to floods, as water fails to seep down and the deeper layer to seepage through to the water in ground surface. Now, we can see in picture below, given picture. Now we can see this picture taken from Uttarakhand in 2010. This is a Kedarnath tragedy. We all are called. The total houses, one third part of houses is gone, merged in the coming from flood. You can see that people one third part is goes to merge in the situation of flood, and one boy you see in this picture float in that water with the help of air tubes. Therefore, in that picture we all are clear that vulnerability of to floods and other natural disasters is caused by the high population density, widespread poverty, unemployment, illiteracy, enormous pressure on rural lands and an economy traditionally dominated by agriculture. Children and women are particularly vulnerable. 85% of the deaths during disasters are of women and children. That is with from we can say Center for Research on the Epidemiology of Disasters, CRED, in 2000. Presently, there is an inadequate level of protections in the country against floods. Though non-structural measures improve the preparedness of the flood and reduce losses, the necessity of structural measures would always remains to reduce the extent of physical damage caused by the floods. In future program, flood control and management planning along with climate change need to be integrated into development planning for the whole country. And now the tropical cyclones is also part of flood making in our India, our country, or any other country. The major natural disasters that affect the coastal regions of India, but cyclones is a limitations. Cyclones is come on only coastal region. It cannot enter our city, our non-coastal area, non-coastal regions. Therefore, in India has a coastal of about 7,516 kilometer length. It is exposed to nearly 10% of the world's tropical cyclones. About 71% of this area is in the 10 states that like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and West Bengal. The island of Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep are also prone to cyclones, and on an average about 5 or 6 tropical cyclones from to the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea and hit the coast every year. Okay, out of these two or three are severe. Okay. When a cyclone approaches to coastal region, a risk of serious loss or damage arises from severe winds. The wind velocity is approximately flow between 65 km per hour and 117 km per hour or above. The heavy rainfall, storm surge and river floods, the effect of storm surge is most pronounced in wide and shallow bays exposed to cyclones such as in the northern part of Bay of Bengal. Now the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal are the ratio approximately 4:1. The incidence of cyclonic storm with speed between 119 km per hour and 116 km per hour reaching Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh is high during the northeast monsoon season in October and December, whereas highest annual number of storms, severe storms occur in the Odisha and that is the West Bay of Bengal coast. Now here we can see a cyclonic map of India. In India, a map we can see brought up, and here the values. Dark blue color, this color. Dark blue color says the very high damage risk zone. Okay, that is the Tamil Nadu part we can see in that picture. And second one is very high damage risk zone. their velocity, wind velocity is high. Therefore, next below is part is a high damage risk zone, that is the velocity of wind is 47 meter per second. Like in you see in picture Kerala and bottom part of India. And moderate damage risk zone, we can see, you can see in the picture here, this picture, this side, this is the moderate damage risk zone. Here velocity is very low, wind velocity, and now this one is a very moderate damage zone. You can see in map is here, and low damaging area is there. Here we can see that area, this area, this area, this area. This area is low damage factor, low damage wind area as occur here. Now, the yearly distribution of tropical cyclones in the North India Ocean indicates the large year-to-year variation in the frequency of cyclonic disturbance, and as well as tropical cyclones, but no distinct periodicity. However, the trend indicates a slight decrease with time. The annual average of cyclonic disturbance in the North India Ocean is about 15.7 with a standard deviation of 3.1. The annual number of cyclonic disturbance range from 7 in 1984 to 23 in 1927. That is, the annual average tropical cyclones has varied from 1 in 1949 to 10 in 1893, 1926, 1930 and 1976. The cyclone hazardous map of India may be seen in the figure 1.12 given below. And now the cyclone is very harmful in our environment, and death rates goes to very high level, but in flood conditions, simple flood conditions, the death level goes to not high, it is a moderate level. Therefore, we can say the cyclones is very severe with respect to the flood. But in the condition of pounding or flooding, our society goes to be pounded or filled by water. Therefore, the crops and vegetables and your houses, your roads and your infrastructure developed by the rural areas as well as urban areas, they all goes to collapsed or failure conditions. Therefore, this situations is a very disastrous conditions. If when the water filled pounded at that regions are our society, therefore we do not afraid, we do not problem facing. Only problem is that here food problem, drinking water problem and basic medicines requirement is there. But after reducing the flood, the water is pounded in a small depressed area like lakes, ponds, small areas. They are pounded the water, filled the water, and they water is a production of diseases, many diseases like malaria, cholera, dengue and etc. Insects are developed, and the water is a very severe conditions created at that particular area. The insects are developed in that area is very high rate. Therefore, the dengue mosquitoes and malaria mosquitoes, cholera are many types of disease. We affect all. We are they affect all situated, all living around this society. Therefore, the flood is a very severe conditions, very severe, very harmful in human life as well as in aquatic life, as well as in plants, agricultural farming, and kacha houses, that is the huts, and they are the low layer below living layer, living peoples are very problematic, problem face in that situations. Therefore, in India, year by year, annually, we all are facing that problem in over our country, that is the 71% populations affected the flood problem, and we can control the flood problems very quickly, very abruptly, because the flood control, and therefore the our society is goes to very safe and very comfort situations. Now we can take some measures, that is the control parts, mitigation and control of the flood. The following controls we can take, we can necessary actions, take an action. That is the first one is the forecast, warning and advice should be provided through media to educate aware people about steps to be taken on the event of mishap. This statement says that we all are aware, or we provide awareness, we develop awareness in our society, the regarding related to the flood control. That is the with the help of media, with the help of Nukkad Natak, with the help of education, with the help of literacy, with the help of any other workshops, many other tools we are adopted, and the educate peoples educates humans, and therefore we can stop, we can reduce the our cost affection, that is the damage cost damage ratio is reduces with the help of these techniques. Now next one is the valuable household items, that is the like animals and materials like food, clothes, medicines, etc. should be shifted to safe places. We are aware, the people, the dry fruits are safe, and the foods are taken to be a safer parts, safer zone, up part of your houses, first floor or third floors, or upper parts of the floor, we can store the foods, and some clothes taking here or fixes here, some medicines put on that places, because in the situation of flood we can use that type of food and medicines and clothes, because your houses is completely merged in flood water. Therefore we can use this types of commodities in a condition of flood. Now the awareness is present the people, therefore the people is adopt this types of suggestions, adopted that type of suggestions. Now next one is the elderly people and children should be evacuated to safer place on emergency. Okay, in emergency situations, now we are not any options, we don't any options to stay in that place. Therefore we can go on the safer place on that type of emergency situations, that is the your house is completely pounded, and we can stay back, we can go back the any other places where that place is known as a safer place. Firstly, children shifted, women shifted, and our your family have many types of now safe places to stay in the condition of flood. Now next one and last one, control major parts is the by the construction of protective work. We do any protective work, that is the your house is rises your house construct as a rises area, safe area, not lowland area, and your limitations is there. Therefore we construct first layer is a parking purpose or kettles and any purpose, and we can live on first floor or second floor, that is this place is very safer. The flood come within hour, therefore we can save at that place. The peoples and our economy, our anything is goes to safe, and we can stay safely at that place. The some major types of controls we can take, and we have provide a safe to our family and our persons. Now once a small case study is discussed here in Bangladesh 1974. Every year large area are submerged during monsoon season. In 1974, when flooding extended over nearly one half of the country and stagnated for more than a month, nearly 1200 dead in flood and 2,75,000 died from subsequent disease and starvation. About 4,25,000 houses were damaged, and a total of 36 million people suffered hardship and losses due to disasters. Therefore, now again, lastly and concludely, I can say the flood is a very disastrous condition in India, and the flood is coming in annually cyclic rotation. Per year the flood come on next year, and then next year, and then next year. It is the cyclic rotation, and therefore we can protect our people, our family by the some precautions, some control to save our family and our peoples and our nation and our country. Therefore we can lastly say that flood do not flood is removed in India, completely removed in India. Therefore India is go to dead, that is like a desert, that is you know the example of Rajasthan, half portion of the Rajasthan. Therefore the flood is stopped. Therefore your all rivers and all water recharging systems is goes to be collapsed, and not water recharging systems is naturally work, and drinking water problem, fresh water problem is facing on your country, and therefore we some precautions adopted, and we all are safe in that situation. Okay.